Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. For those of you out there that are watching everyone else play this game, for those of you who are certified scrubs and actually have real lives and can't play the game all day every day, there are those of you on different consoles not named the Nintendo Switch, thus you haven't actually played the game yet. Well, have I got a banger of a video for you. If you're watching this, you're probably interested because of the title of the video. That or you like me. In which case, hey, how are you? If you don't like me,
Brother,
the reason why you're all here for this video is because we're going to talk about the optimal farming strategies in the beta for Inazuma 11 Victory Road. So first things first, I guess we should clarify what sort of stuff is actually farmable. Well, in my opinion, I think there are three main things that are farmable. You've got XP, so experience. You've got dupes, also known as spirits in this game. And then you've got your generalized items. So, let's go over them very basically. So, I called them items, but they're tokens. So, the tokens you use here in the shop to buy your kits, the tickets that you can use to unlock the alias teams and higher difficulties, and then equips for your players to make them stronger. Spirits, which as we can see here, let's see, if we quickly go into training, spirits are what you use to upgrade players to their different levels, and then obviously XP. So, I think the first place to start, especially if you're a beginner, is with spirits. Now you might be looking at this weird team that I've got here, this weird composition, and thinking, alright, what does this team have to do with anything? So basically, I'm going to show you that each one of these players on the pitch has a specific passive that when they're on the pitch activates and contributes to the likelihood of token drops as well as spirit drops. And so you can see here, each one of these players has either a passive that gives an increase to the team's common item drop rate or the team's rare item drop rate. Now, common and rare, I'm not actually sure which items are which. I would assume if we quickly go back to the shop, the common items would be the ones that kind of buy you the cheapest stuff here. So, you know, your rice balls, this notepad, these notepads, and the rare items would either be spirits or this notebook token and this CD token. So those are probably your rare drops, the ones that you see less likely. And so if we kind of go back in again, each one of these players I've unlocked either one of the rare or common. So you can see here, this out of all the characters that are available right now in the demo is the best team that you could possibly run in order to maximize your drops. So, you know, take a note of it. And if you're starting the game, this is probably the team that you kind of want to run with if you want to work your way up to getting as many dupes as possible. So you can see here, Bylong has a common item drop rate that is his third unlockable passive. I think most of them it's their third unlockable passive. So let's just have a look. We're just going to quickly scoot through all of them. So obviously there isn't one for a goalkeeper, but everyone else has one. Okay, yeah, and it's their third. Now, the other reason why I say this is interesting and why I also think that you should focus on dupe/spirit straight away is that the third slot for passives isn't automatically unlocked when characters are level 1 and such. They don't have the third passive unlocked. So let's see if we've got an example here. So if we go to Axel and we just quickly have a look. Oh, actually, I'm an idiot. Because I've got him to legendary, his passive is unlocked. But obviously you start at a low level. So as you can see, purple means that the third has been unlocked, but when you start the game, you start at the very basic normal player level, and thus they only have the first passive unlocked, hence why I think it is important. And so with all of this information, you, number one, want to have that team. This team right here. Sorry. Yep, this team right here. And then number two, I would say that the best way in which to actually utilize this team is against bots. So we're going to quickly go into a game. I think that another thing for you to also bear in mind is that dependent on which team you challenge, it doesn't matter on the rarity, but dependent on what team you challenge depends on which dupes you are likely to get. So the way it works from the numerous games that I've played so far is if you play national champs, for example, you're going to get an increased rate or chance of getting any of the players you can see on the national champ team and dupes for them. And this also scales with regards to the level of difficulty that you're challenging with. So if you challenge them at Godhood, you're likely to get higher rarity, or you get an increased percentage chance of the higher rarity spirits for each of these characters. And then also you are going to have an increased chance of getting spirits for the team that you challenge with, if that makes sense. So if you're using this team, you're going to get an increased chance of these dupes. So it all kind of feeds in together. So even if you're starting the game, you want to start with this team and, you know, obviously challenge the easiest bot team that you possibly can and kind of work your way through. And then once you get to like the third rarity for each character and you've unlocked their passive, then that's kind of like the best thing that you can do, really. And so we're going to go into a game, and hopefully the game decides to shine upon me, because the other thing that you want to factor in as well, and the reason why I say that bot matches are the best, is that number one, you want to get, hopefully if you're lucky, you want to get the passive, the super tactic called Lucky Fever, because that increases your drop rate by 100%. And also, if you're facing against bots, it's a lot easier. Let's have a look. So we didn't get the super tactic that would have been preferred, obviously. So they got Lucky Fever. For 60 seconds, you increase your item drop rate. So that would have been the perfect thing for us to get, because that combined with your team's passive would mean that you massively increase your chances of getting, you know, drops across that match. And so the other thing, and the reason why I say that playing against bot match is important, is because you can force all of these focus battles. They're super easy, and you can see that it massively increases. You get basically a drop every single time you challenge one of them in any form of a duel. So once again, and so as a result, it's just a really good strategy for farming. And if you look at the bottom of the map as well, you can see that I've got 150% chance of unlocking a rare drop and 100% chance of unlocking a well, actually it's 150 of unlocking a common and 100% for unlocking a rare. And so basically you just want to kind of keep on farming the bot games. Hopefully if you get Lucky Fever, even better, and then that combined with the maximum 100% plus chance of unlocking drops, it's just really good. So until you have 100%, you definitely want to get Lucky Fever. Lucky Fever, I guess, doesn't matter as much once you've actually got, you know, over 100% drop rate, because I don't think that you get increased past 100. I don't think that you'll get like double the drops if you have more than 100%. So yeah, and then with regards to XP, I think it's really simple. There's not really much to go into. When it comes to XP, the best way to farm it is just playing ranked. Playing the ranked mode gives you significantly more XP than you get from playing the bot matches, but my suggestion to you would be to farm up as much spirits and get yourself to legendary first. And then once you've done that, then you want to focus more on ranked anyway. There's less of a chance of wanting to focus on ranked when you have a low spirit level, because even if you reach level 30, but you only have one of your passives unlocked, then then you're still going to be at a massive disadvantage. So I would say that the most important thing early game is to get your spirits, as as many spirits for each character as possible, so that you can get yourself to max rank at the moment, which is legendary, because at that point then you have all 5 passives for your character unlocked, and then you stand a better chance of actually swaying battles in the ranked games. And so the final thing to mention is just to make sure that the team that I showed you, you want to make sure that all the players with the passives are actually on the pitch, because the way the passives work is that the players have to be on the pitch for them to activate. So if you have characters with a increased drop rate chance, but they're on the bench, it won't activate. So yeah, that is it very simply. That is my strategy for grinding and basically putting yourself in the best position. I don't think this will change too much when the main game actually comes out, and I think that this strategy will still be the most effective way for grinding up and making sure that you're kind of as suited for ranked as possible by the time the game starts. I hope you guys did enjoy this video and found it informative. If you did, please stick around for more videos on the channel just like this. And until the next time, guys, deuces.